Hello and welcome to an EngView video. I just want to kind of show you the power of how quickly using components versus other techniques for designing and inserts and everything else is just so much faster. My buddy Raul, who has EngView software, he sent me this drawing the other day and said, hey, I'd really like to make this insert, and is there something like that in the library, or how would you do it using regular components? And I started playing with, I've done this a lot, and so you can definitely draw this just pulling in individual components. But I used the Synergy component creator, and I actually created some components that were multiple components together. Anyway, I'll just kind of show you. And if you're have EngView 2024 and you want these components, I can send them to you. Just send me a note or an email, and they'll be coming out in EngView 2025. But just made them tonight, actually, so kind of fun. So let's just jump in, and we're going to go and grab a box out of the library. And we'll go to our corrugated boxes and the 400 series. We'll scroll down here, and you'll see there's some similar boxes. The one he sent I like, but I actually like the one with the tongue lock on here and maybe even the slightly longer flaps. So we're going to pull that into EngView. And you'll see there's our box. And we can kind of come in and adjust our height, our width, our length, all that fun stuff. But we really would like our insert to do that automatically for us. So let's go ahead and just take another quick look here. Here's our box. So we've basically got the box going, but we need to build this insert, and we want really 4 compartments in it. And we like it to be resizable because you just never know what's going to happen. So let's make insert here. So we got a new drawing. And normally what you would do is you would come in and you would go to the library and you'd grab some bases and then maybe some trapezoids and you start building it out. But like I said, I went ahead and and created just some new components. So here is my base that I want to start with. I'm going to say OK. And then here is my inserts. So I'll snap them into place. Say OK. We want 4 of them. So we'll just keep snapping. You'll notice they center up for us. We're just getting new parameters as we do this. Say OK. And there we go. And it's a little bit longer, but we're gonna make this smart so that it will adjust itself. So we know we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got basically 5 gaps, 4 parts. So let's grab the parameters from here and let's start playing with it. So first we'll move our A and our B variables down. So I hold control and I move my arrows and it comes down. And then we're going to use that for the A distance. We'll start out with that VHO. So we'll say VHO, and we're going to say times 5, and then we'll say plus, and we'll say our HW, that's our width. We'll do that times 4 because we have 4 of them. And there you go. Automatically get our length. And then B, it's pretty much simpler. We'll just say VHO times 2 because we'll just use that same value. And then we'll add the whole length. All right. So now as we come in and we adjust the VHO or the whole length or the whole width, then you can see everything's going to adjust for us. So let's create a 3D out of this real quick. So we'll go to 3D, and what it does is just folds everything up. So you can see there's our nice folds. And let's share these values. We're going to make some of these global. So we'll take this these values right here, and we're going to make them global. Okay. And so now we'll go over to our original drawing, and we want to use those values to change our length, our width, and our height. So let's just come in here and let's say that we want to use the the A value plus, and we've got a special variable D, and you see as I start to type, it says drawing name. So if we ended up having different thicknesses for different drawings, we could refer to them, but we're just going to use the same material thickness for everything. We're going to make that one times 2 because we want to take into account these flaps coming down in the box. And then we'll do this one B times or plus B plus the material thickness, just 1. And now if we go back and look at our box, we resize it, and you can see there's our box. Let's come down to this step right here, and what we'll do is we'll drop a few steps below here, and you'll see we'll just kind of animate this whole thing. And on this step right here, maybe we'll fold the box lid out of the way so we can kind of come into place here. So there's our lid back. So let's do this. Let's go grab our insert. So we have our our insert now that we made, our 3D model. We'll drop it in the box and center it up. And then we can take it and let's just flip it over. So we'll kind of rotate it over. We could have typed in 180, but it kind of looks fun like that. And then you'll see our inserts hanging through the bottom of the box right now. And we can move it up. But the problem with moving it just to a certain size is if we change the insert height or something like that, we're going to have to come back and keep modifying that. We just don't want to do that. We want to use parametrics to our power. And so you'll see this TPH value. That is our height of our insert. So we're just going to steal that variable, put it in here, and we're going to just call this TPH. So now anytime we change that height, it's going to automatically move the insert in the right spot. And then we kind of want to go ahead and like drop it in and kind of have some fun. So let's just move it like 4 inches up. We're going to say the part's not initially visible. So we don't want to see it until we tell it to turn it on. And then instead of starting at usage, let's start at the initial state, its flat state, and say OK. So now on this step 5 here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show that part. Here we'll construct it. Okay, so you can see it come together. And then here, let's move it down into the box. So we'll make a perpendicular move. We'll move it down 4 inches. We'll just type in -4. And then you'll see it kind of come together. Okay, and the rest all kind of animates. But here, let's just do something else fun real quick. Let's change this insert and let's say, we really want these holes to be a little bit longer. So we'll say we want them to be, maybe 4.5 inches. And maybe we want to slightly not as high on our insert. And maybe that gap, same thing. Maybe we want this to be like 0.65. All right, so now what's really cool, so we come back here and we refresh this, you'll see everything adjusts, our Bacchus adjusts, everything adjusts for it real time, which is really nice. So now let's just go back to the beginning here. Let's play through this real quick and see what we get. So here's our box coming together, lid going back, insert folding up, drop it into place, and voila. And so now you can save this as a project. Somebody comes in with different size parts or whatever, you're ready to adjust it. Same thing if we come in here and we adjust our material thickness, and let's say we make this out of B flute white, say okay. Remember, everything's parametric, so it's all going to readjust. Everything's going to be just perfect, and no, it takes all the guesswork out of it. So anyway, I hope you found this useful. You could have done this with components, no problem. Just takes a little bit longer. But if you add the Synergy component creator, man, it makes something like this a lot faster. So thanks for watching.